Yeah. Hey, so what this thumbnail is, which is on our back screen right now, if you're only tuning in a couple of hours, this might have a new thumbnail, because what's just happened, Ronnie?
It turns out he's on his way to Lyon. Like, a deal's progress. It's not finalised, but the deal's progressing, and it was one of them where...
When did that break?
I'm not going to lie to you, it broke hours ago. I just didn't see it.
The way you made that out was like, oh no, Romano's just said this 3 hours ago.
Because literally the report was United and Aston Villa were the ones that were interested.
Roger.
Real Madrid wanted a buy option. I think that's what Lyon has kind of... No, United and Villa, supposedly from ESPN Brazil, wanted a buy option included, which doesn't sound real, does it? I don't think United or Villa wanted a buy option in that. Lyon were more appealing. And to be fair, I feel like he might have suited going to... Will he suit League One instead of Premier League anyway?
I'm not really enamoured with him, to be honest with you.
I think a lot of people are. But you know what? I think it became an option with Endrick, because this isn't the first time it's been reported. It's been reported a couple of times over the past week, saying that he needs to go on loan, he needs minutes in United.
That I've seen.
So...
Why you would put United in there, I don't know.
Because I think United only have one striker at the club, and Xerxes does count as one, but Xerxes is not in favour.
Yeah, he's not got the stature to play a 9 in the way we want. Yeah, he's just not. I'd genuinely rather play Xerxes.
He's not. People are saying he's not really an out-and-out striker. He's one of those like second strikers which almost don't exist anymore. You know, they do, but they don't.
He'd be better suited in Mbuemo's role.
Yes. So like, you know, like back in your day.
Back in my day.
Yeah, back in your day. You know, like 4-4-2s where there's like a little man kind of plays off.
Wasn't as popular as people like to make out, but yeah.
Yeah. He's like that.
It was really. Yeah. It was like a big man. Wasn't really a big man, little man. They weren't like.
I think he crouched a foul.
Okay, that's a big man, little man. But like people were like Sutton and Shearer. Have you seen the size of the pair of them? They're fucking massive. I mean, it was big man, bigger man.
What about
Sutton's fucking massive?
What about whoever in Tevez United?
Never a partnership.
There's loads of big man, little mans.
Name them.
I just can't think
Heskey and anyone he played with. Heskey's like one of the most sort of Premier League capped strikers.
Who did Zigic play with at Birmingham?
All right,
because he was like 6'8".
Whoever that is, it's biggest man and whoever. He's always going to be playing with a smaller man.
All right, and I don't know. You are right.
That's fucking Wilt Chamberlain turned up.
You are right. Would you have rather? Do you know? Instead of Endrick, would you have rather? People are saying it there. Would you rather Welbeck?
I would rather Welbeck, but he's playing first choice in a minute. Why would he want to go and be second choice somewhere?
He might even get an England call up. By looks of it.
10 years ago, it was a bad idea to sell him, and it's been a bad idea every year since he did.
Is it crazy that he's peaked at 34? Because I've watched him and I feel like he's never been better than he is now.
I remember Welbeck, right, when he was the size of Kiefer, and
at the academy
as much. Yeah. I remember watching him in the under-18s. I think there was a semi-final at Old Trafford against Sheffield United, I think, and he was just this gangly 7.5 stone skinny fucker. The guy's a unit now. He found that gym membership, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
Because he's an athlete.
He's grown. He outpaced the low the other day. I remember he like knocked it round. He was at the game. He like knocked it round the corner and burst through. And he was like, yeah, the load a bit of a head start.
How old is he? 34.
34. He's getting on. He's had a low key good career. Arsenal fans have said it's weird because when he actually went to Arsenal, apparently he was like really, really bad. Like his touch and everything was a bit off. When you watch him for Brighton, he's pretty much as well-rounded as they come. And it's funny because I do hear that when Welbeck was an academy player, going for the ages, apparently he was like by far the best player in the academy. He was one of them where, I
think he went through a little bit of what Rashford went through with, is it Osgood-Schlatter's disease, where it's like growing pains in a way, where you have like these mad sort of phantom pains in your bones because of growing, like, and he went through some real bizarre growth spurts. Like, I mean, he scored some worldies on his debuts. Remember them?
Yeah.
Just sent them in the joint.
Yeah, I do.
But he came through at first as a bit of a winger because he was this skinny kid. But the growing pains he had to grow into the unit he ended up growing into, like, obviously, takes away your touch, your balance, your equilibrium's all off a little bit, isn't it? You grow like an extra 5-6 inches. What you used to have to do to bring a ball down now is different.
It's just biomechanics, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just everything changes. It is a mad time.
So I guess maybe in the last few years he's settled into his frame
at
and
30,
been able to pull
30
his
plus,
touch in.
30 plus.
Well, maybe in the last 7-8 years then maybe.
Yeah, that's crazy. But by the way, definitely message about that Liverpool thumbnail because we are going to speak about that. Message Ahmed. I know you don't want to, but message Ahmed and say we need a thumbnail right now. Say quick as possible, saying why Liverpool are going to lose tonight. Because we are going to change the title of them after this.
Heskey and Owen. How long they played together? 2-3 years.
Heskey and Owen's a good one. What about this? Because it was semi like a big man, little man. Even though he played off the wing, but he was kind of inside. He almost did play off Drogba and Joe Cole. Yeah,
they played a 4-3. It was a lone striker, wasn't it?
Do you reckon Drogba and Joe Cole counts? Just because he almost, I don't know. No.
It's got to be a partnership, hasn't it? Didn't Duncan Ferguson play with Everton? I can see him in my head, but I can't remember his fucking name.
See, this is what happens once a year. It's not happened on Twitter in a while, actually, where you start asking about getting these Barclays strikers kind of memorised. Because when I say
the greatest era,
Roque Santa Cruz and what's that? He was bald. Striker. Was it Roberts? Blackburn.
Nathan Roberts?
Nah, it wasn't. I don't know if it's Nathan Roberts, but it was Roberts, Roque Santa Cruz. I'm gonna have that one as well.
Joe, I was chatting to Ash earlier. Bolassi's in Brazil at the minute.
Who?
Yannick Bolassi's in Brazil.
He's had a mad career, innit?
Do you know what I heard today? Papi Cisse, Stephen Ireland.
Yeah.
Joe, I heard signing for him.
It's going to be someone that lives in the northwest.
And I'm going watching, put it that way.
Rooney.
Wayne, Mark, Rooney. What the fuck, mate? You don't need Wayne, Mark, Rooney turning up in your fucking Vets game, do you? You've got fucking dudes like me and worse.
Are you playing?
Are
you playing?
Well, we don't have a Vets team, do we? But like,
oh yeah, that'd be mint. Because he's 10, he can't leave him. I think.
No, mate, he's going to be scoring 45-yard bangers.
Do you not see?
He's not going to get in the box.
Do you not see last time he played? Was it the Celtic Legends game?
He played in Singapore.
And he was chubby as hell, but like he scored.
Still had a turn of pace on him as well.
Remember the free kick he scored?
I didn't see the free kick.
It was basically Rooney scored a free kick in that Legends game that would have gone in against like any keeper now. He was like right in the top corner at speed. So it was one of them outside the box.
He's in.
So he's in. Do you know what I mean? Is the audio gone? Just caught my eye. Should be alright. That might just be for the one person. But yeah, whilst you're at, can you ask him to come on the channel, XG Files?
I'll speak to some of our friends. We'll sort this out.
Because from what I know, I think Rooney's the type of guy, if you catch him on the sideline and go, would you come on XG Files tomorrow? He'd actually think about it without even asking.
Well, he knows who we all are.
Yeah.
For starters, that's a mad one. And like, I didn't have a clue if he knew who I was. And then...
Probably.
But you don't know. You don't want to assume. Yeah. And we was in Berlin. He just comes up to us and starts talking about dyeing his beard. And I'm like, is this real?
Oh, he said he wants to dye his beard?
No, he already had.
Okay.
Literally didn't say hello. Just come and stood next to us and went, dyed me beard. And I was like, no fucking way. And he was like, Ash goes, what? And he's like, dyed me beard. And he was like, he'd been in Dubai, bought some hair dye for his beard, because this is during the Euros. So he's on telly one. You know, whichever game it was that Rooney did the BBC in the Euros. You probably remember. I can't remember what game it was. Was it Spain or something? And he was like, he'd flown from Dubai, but he bought some hair dye in Dubai. So all the instructions was in Arabic, so he didn't know what he was doing. So he was worried that it looked fucking nuts.
But he looked pretty good.
Couldn't tell, to be honest. So he was just talking about dyeing his fucking beard, and I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, he's miles off it, isn't he?
So I was like, so we started chatting. I was like, are we going on the fucking Smash tonight or what? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, awesome. And then we didn't. So
yeah, he goes, Rooney's a go nights out by himself type of guy. Do you know what I mean? You know, one of those that has enough about him to say, I want to go out for a drink tonight. I'm leaving, not contacting any friends, and I'm just going to walk into a bar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's a madness. If that's true anyway, about him signing for Wythenshawe, wow. They've played a masterstroke there.
So,
whoever the contact is at Wythenshawe that's managed to get all of them, because it's all the ones that we played against.
It's your job to get us a friendly against them then, like you did that time. That was actually a pretty good game. I know we got beaten at, but it was pretty.
We've had a couple, haven't we? We played Lescott's lads twice, and then
you've just
3 times.
Steve's just gone all. I think you've gone a bit too. Probably you've gone really serious with it, innit? So you can't. You know what I mean? But when there's gaps in the schedule, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, it's true.
Because you can imagine they're going to be inundated with requests to play friendlies.
Yeah, that is true. You know, when you mentioned Yannick Bolasie in Brazil now, I wonder how many countries he's been in, and that's like a part of football that's for like non-Premier League players as well. But even them, I think the one really, really cool element of being a professional footballer at a decent level,
the travel
for 10, 15 years, is the fact that by the end of it, you might have lived in like 3-4 different countries. And like experience that type of living. I think that is what's really cool, because I've got mates that are around my age that have done it, and it's like,
well, you've been out to Turkey, haven't you? Go and see what
Turkey, they've lived in Croatia, they've lived abroad. And I think if there's ever something, it might sound deep, but I think if there's ever something you'd want to do in life, I think it's like experiencing living for a sustained period outside of your home country.
While we're on that subject, you got any family out in Jamaica at the minute?
Yes.
How are they dealing?
They actually were. My family are in like Clarendon, Maypen, so they didn't actually. Obviously, they experienced it, but they didn't bear like the brunt of it. I think the brunt of it was a specific, like Montego Bay, and it was like a specific part of it, which there's an area of it that pretty much just got absolutely whitewashed to the point where like basically dusted. And
what's the structures? Is it, you're talking like a lot of wooden sort of structures?
Yes, it's very, very third world for the most part.
Also, a lot of the shit on the beach is just wood, innit? Like, you don't build stuff in brick on beaches anyway.
Yes, exactly. I'd say Jamaica's similar to, if you all know where I've not been since 2019. It's very much like, like England, where in Kingston's almost like not separate, but it's a lot more, especially downtown Kingston, it's a lot more affluent than like the rest of the country. And then the rest of the country, and then you go to the countrysides, which a lot of where my family are from, where it's very like rural, which is just houses that aren't going to be able to withstand anything like that at all. Like, no chance.
What was it? Is it a hurricane?
Yeah, hurricane. The strongest hurricane.
Melissa.
Hurricane Melissa that's ever hit the country. They had one 40 years ago called Hurricane Gilbert, which was quite bad, but Hurricane Melissa was like much, much worse. So it's mad. And obviously there's been a lot of outward help from other countries. I can't remember. I think the amount people complain about the amount that England and the US decided on sending in comparison to the amount of money and aid that they've given to other countries. But I think any helps help, at least. Yeah,
so if you're out in Jamaica, because I know we've got quite a lot of people that watch us from Jamaica and stuff, hope everything's all right. I mean, it puts everything in perspective, doesn't it, if you have like a natural disaster like that. You're going about your bullshit, and then next thing you know, half of your fucking streets been wiped out.
Yeah. I think it's like it's pretty much the strongest a hurricane can be. That's what it was. Do you know what I mean?
Wind is a motherfucker, right? People, I don't know how to put into context for you, right? If anyone's ever done any sort of like work in mountains or just been up in mountains, 30-35 mile an hour will put you on the floor, right? That will knock. I got knocked over in 35 mile an hour wind. Nearly blew me off Snowdon. It was only the fact that it was a gust. It was only the fact that there was a bit of a pool of water that I managed to Klinsmann into the water if I was going off the edge of the mountain. And I probably would have been pretty fucked up. And that was just a gust of wind. And that's me that knows what I'm doing in mountains, generally. When people start talking about 100 mile an hour winds, like 60 mile an hour is deadly, like completely fucking deadly. But because we drive cars at 70, 80 mile an hour, it's just 70 mile an hour, like, people think that that's not shit. That will put you on your fucking back. So when you're talking about hurricanes, which are we talking like 150, 200 mile an hour?
Nah, I think Hurricane Melissa peaked at 180.
Fuck me.
Miles an hour winds.
That's literally picking your fucking house up. And then the debris of the splinters of wood You need like a 5 or 6
Tram.
inch splinter of wood to fucking be spinning around somewhere, and that hits you. You're knowing about it, man. Like, yeah, fuck that noise. I remember once that winds got up near us, 60, 70 mile an hour winds. It felt like the fucking windows were gonna fucking pop out with the pressure of it. Mental.
Yes, insane. Like it's very sad. Obviously, my mum was specifically paying a lot of attention to it. There's also, I've got one of my barbers, or one of the barbers actually ages ago, he had a holiday planned. I think he's gone now actually. He said, I want to see you in a few weeks, going to Jamaica. I was like, you going to Jamaica now? Like, he said, yeah, I've planned from ages ago. So, obviously, the hurricane's long gone. The damage it's caused hasn't. But, yeah. It's not good. But people are assuming, as that person said in the comments, that natural disasters will become a lot more common, they believe, because of climate change.
Yeah, I don't know if they do. I don't know. I don't know enough to speak on that, whether they do or whether they don't. Is it a case of reporting of them is more frequent, so it feels like they're more frequent? Was there always storms, but because we didn't have worldwide reporting, so you could get news from every island on the earth? How do you know if somewhere in the Pacific is getting twatted with a hurricane now? But would you have done 100 years ago?
I think technology is so advanced now that they could probably look at certain like land areas and land masses and probably be able to
decipher what happened.
Decipher what happened.
Surely not with wind. But if that leaves a mark, I don't know. Again, don't know.
I think they definitely could. I'm not sure, but yeah. Do you know what's mad? Obviously, he was going to speak about Jamaica. Obviously, thoughts are definitely going out there. It's something that Jamaican observers, I think, that I follow as well, that keeps you all up to date with Jamaica and the goings on. But Jamaica and their people are strong, so
this is where that laid back Caribbean, don't worry about it attitude is probably going to come in real fucking good. I
even saw clips and videos of like when the storm's going on and
people taking a piss.
People are looking quite chilled about it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the Jamaicans are definitely the type where like there'll be like a flash flood right in front of them and they'll be like stood on like
watching it
and they'll be running and there'll be someone or two people that would make some sort of joke about it when it's not a joking matter. That is definitely them. They make everything comedic.
Good, that's how you cope.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if that sort of, because on some hand that, if it wasn't trying to make a joke out of it, it'd be considered really stoic. But because Jamaicans have got this sort of stereotype of being extremely laid back, it probably comes across as something else, but it probably is resilience and stoic at the same time. That whole don't worry about it, no worries.
Yeah, no worries.
That's a proper Jamaican sort of
it is.
saying, isn't it? Loads of worries because you're getting twatted by the big fucking hurricane, but no worries.
No worries, we'll be all right, man. That's just the vibes.
Right then, so some big Champions League games out. How many games are actually on tonight? Because I know there's 2 monster games. We've got PSG Bayern Munich. That's the one I would have liked. We're training.
Yeah,
so that's the one I would like to have watched. That's one I might have in my pocket while we're walking about the pitch tonight.
I don't know. It would have been better if they were tomorrow because then I'm going to watch them. But because there's been times in the past, honestly, where big Champions League nights where before, okay, I'll miss training to watch it. But I'd just rather train, to be honest. Especially sometimes these games, what's mad? These games sometimes don't end up being as good as they're anticipated as well. There's always that possibility.
They're always better in the knockout stage than they are in this. I'm just pulling out the fixtures for tonight just because I know that those 2 are definitely on, but they can't be the only ones. So we got Napoli versus Frankfurt. Arsenal are playing Slavia Prague. Atletico against Union St. Galois. Bodo Glimt are playing Monaco. Juventus against Sporting. That could be an interesting game. Liverpool, Real Madrid. Olympiacos, PSV. Paris and Bayern. Tottenham are playing Copenhagen. Obviously, that would be an interesting one to watch, obviously, ahead of us going there at weekend. But yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see.
No, it would be very, very, very interesting.
Are Liverpool losing? Because Real Madrid started a bit rough to the season. They weren't really feeling Xabi Alonso.
I think performance-wise, not results. Yeah. Because I think he won like his first 7 games, but it was a bit like... It wasn't...
You ain't Carlo, mate.
It weren't like the fluid football. I think... He wasn't starting some of the star players. I think Rodrigo, etc. Vinny wouldn't start some games, and then they were kind of being like... So it seemed as though, under Carlo Ancelotti, he kind of had that management style and like
vibes,
commanded respect of where it was just vibes. So they respected him and didn't take the piss, but he also just let him like do what he wanted, know that we're gonna definitely play, and it was kind of that kind of like back to school free for all type of vibes. And I think Xabi Alonso has come in without that type of presence about him and prestige because he's still finding his way.
Probably quite a demanding system as well.
So what managers do that I like that is they tend to overcompensate, don't they? So you would have gone in like you would have overcompensated on some of the discipline because otherwise they're not going to respect him. I think that's sometimes his mentality. So I think he's kind of rubbed a couple of the players the wrong way. I think even though they've had decent results, I think Vinny's had a bit of an issue with him. Thinking, who does he think he are? I've quotes apparently where it's like, oh, he thinks he's Pep and this and that. You know, that's the thing. Managing Real Madrid is as much as it is about tactics and shit, it's about managing egos, massive egos and stars.
They might be the only club in the world that gets the leaks and the constant media press that we get. They might be the only ones comparable. Barcelona's are similar in a sort of different kind of way. They get away with a lot, Barcelona. I think Real Madrid might be the only one where the noise must be similar to United. Maybe even worse. Because I think that they turn quick.
Yeah, Real Madrid are like the epitome of standards. It's as KD, I don't know how to say it, the 5-2 loss to Atleti was what basically meant like you win 8 games in a row, you lose to, they lost 5-2 to Atleti, which is a heavy defeat.
Yeah, you
and
can't
it was
lose a big down.
And it was like the sky was falling. From what I seen on Twitter, what was reported was he won 6-7 games in a row. Lost 5-2 to Atleti. The next day, they brought him in to say, "Yo, like
this can't happen,
this
brother.
can't happen again." Like, why
does you respect it?
Do you know what I mean? So it's a serious thing being a because I don't want to be. Isn't Madrid one of those where it's Real Madrid as a club and an institution is almost like it's bigger than a club in Madrid. It's almost like it's got this kind of isn't got this royalist almost kind of vibe about it as well.
Franco's club, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's an institution in a way that most football clubs aren't.
Very it's like very power beyond, like just being a football club. Yeah. It's almost like into the culture and community.
I don't think there's anything like that in England to compare it to.
Yeah.
There's not an institution in England that you don't fuck with in the same way as Real Madrid. I don't think.
Where it goes into it seeps into like the kind of community and culture.
And the ruling families in a way, yeah. Because like,
would Napoli count as one? For different
that's
reasons?
A little bit of a different reason.
Yeah, but it's similar. Do you know what I mean? It's like
it's weird because like the politicians in England pretend to support clubs. I think fucking Rishi Sunak supported Southampton. I think Tony Blair pretended he supported Newcastle. You're like, fucking do you? I think so. There's a couple that support Arsenal. I think. But the royal families never really fuck with football because it's a working class sport in England, which is not everywhere around the world.
They're more asked about rowing.
Cricket, rugby union. They don't seem to miss many of those.
Rowing's apparently as posh as you can get.
Yeah, or anything involving horses. Yeah.
And
they all like a bit of horse shit, don't they?
Tennis?
Yeah, don't William go to the tennis a lot? Yeah, Wimbledon feels a bit.
Yeah.
What? Well, this is what I was getting to, because no fucking way is he. So yeah, the cheap seats have just said, "Isn't William a Villa fan?" He is, yeah, but is he?
Yeah, it's true. You see, the rugby union one's right though, because we literally, where did we go after the game? We went to a pub in Knutsford, very affluent, quite posh area in the outskirts of Manchester. They've got rugby union on the TV, and everyone's like severely invested in it, and you can kind of get the vibe. That's just that culture and community.
Yeah, and then we rock up with paddock, and people thought things.
I actually didn't feel like we were judged for it that much.
Do you not think?
I think you get away with it a little bit more in a pub, because pubs are very like.
There was that couple that looked straight out of a Barber advert that was sat at that table.
Oh, behind us. Oh yeah, I think they were very, very judgy, by the way, because it was two couples that seemed, it was very like their dad owns the road kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? You could tell they're very not a
couple of lads with like blonde hair, mid-20s that
in
definitely
shirts.
have put a jumper over their shoulders at some point.
Yes,
in
it was
their
very
life.
that in shirts,
You know what I mean?
and they've grown up like basically like Eton vibes.
Yeah, there was some of that. Yeah. So when our football team rocks up, which is just
world class lads, carnage. Yeah.
Just fucking knobs. They weren't saying a lot, but the eyes said a lot. They said nothing actually, but their eyes said
Listen, that'd be the only time you'd find me in a place like that anyway.
Yeah. So Prince William supposedly supports Villa. Fucking does he though? Is my angle to that. It's like, yeah, does he support them like?
Goes to the games, no?
Like I support the Green Bay Packers. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that type of vibe. Like in passing almost.
Yeah. Like someone asked him who his team is. But I know he's meant to be like the patron of the FA. Like honorary sort of like head of the FA, but like, has he done his level 1? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
What do you think of the monarchy?
Don't know if I'm allowed to answer that question.
I don't know. Are you allowed?
Probably not allowed to answer that question, to be honest with you.
I think you've answered worse. This is where I'm looking now. This is where usually you see
Stream's gone live. No, the stream's gone off.
Deji's eyes are like staring through, saying, "Don't you dare continue talking."
K Dita says, "Love that. Where I coach, we are seen as a bit lower class compared to who we play, and the energy it generated is unbelievably funny every time." Yeah, I've never really experienced coaching and like a class divide in coaching because we only ever play in. Where do we play? Manchester and Liverpool by and large. Knutsford might be the only spot that we go to that's got a bit of that energy going on about it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But the players we played against didn't have that energy.
No, they don't. I think it's still a bit different because it's Edgerton, in it. I think that a lot of the recruitment obviously knew few of the players as well that are from basically our neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's not like that. I think you can get that a little bit maybe with your junior teams, but with the men's first teams there's a bit more.
Yeah,
a bit more variance in there, I think.
Yeah, so it's a Saturday we need to put behind us.
Yeah,
anyway.
Ross, correct if I'm wrong, but does the King have a seat at Burnley? I think you're right, yeah. But do you know what I mean? When the fuck has King Charles ever been to Burnley?
You know what it sounds like?
It's like one actually has a favourite chippy. Actually,
no, it sounds like it's one of those where it's a bit of you need to support a Prem team. Can't be United, can't be Arsenal, can't be anyone can't be Liverpool. There's names in this hat.
Yeah. And what were the names in the hat?
Pick one.
Like, because if they was like, we support West Ham, you go, that's where you're from. I get it.
I think Burnley.
No.
Sheffield United.
No.
I'm trying to think about what they would have.
Yeah, the least offensive ones that they could support. Yeah, you're right. That's who it is. They're not going to support Leeds. They can't support Liverpool because of Liverpool's entire attitude to everything monarchy and government related. It's never going to be them. It wouldn't be United. It probably can't be Arsenal, even though the Arsenal with the origins of that football club makes so much fucking sense.
Likely to be Arsenal.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be Tottenham?
It could be Tottenham, I think.
Could it?
I think so. I don't think it'd be an issue. Can't be Millwall because the aggro associated with it.
Fulham?
Could definitely be
Fulham.
Definitely be Fulham. Like, yeah, if one of Royal came out and went, I support Fulham, we go, you damn right you do.
Is Fulham the poshest football club in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Or is it Chelsea?
No.
Nah, Fulham, because Chelsea's got a bit more cockney about it.
Yeah, it's definitely
so
Fulham.
Definitely Fulham.
Definitely Fulham.
And I've heard that going to Craven Cottage is like, Fulham are like the most inoffensive fan base in the universe.
Red Baron says, I wouldn't want to be Royal, seems like prison. Yeah, fuck that noise.
Do you know what? People used to hate Fulham for a while because Fulham have spent basically 10 years in the Premier League just finishing 10th. Do you know what I mean? Being directly mid-table, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Well, there was a period of time when they weren't a Premier League team, so they did it right. Really came up, and they flirted with Europe. Did they get to a final in Europe one year as well under Roy Hodgson? Did I just invent that?
Yes, they did. That was Bobby Zamora days. Damien Duff, I think they got to a European final.
Deji in the comments says, "Move on. Don't tell me what to do." QPR's not a bad shout. To be fair,
Queen's Park Rangers.
They're mad inoffensive. No one's mad at QPR. Who even's QPR's main rivals? Like Palace or something?
QPR do go in. They're in the same area as Chelsea and Fulham, aren't they?
Yeah, but Chelsea hate Tottenham, don't they? And Arsenal. Like, who's QPR's rivals?
I don't know. It'd be someone.
Yeah, if any Royal came out and said I support Fulham, totally. I would even buy West Ham because wasn't the Queen wasn't she about like being a bit East End in her ways, and also totally not.
Yeah. So is it Brentford? But Brentford's north. Oh, it is northwest, I guess, isn't it? Yeah, Brentford's northwest.
So a lot of people comment Chelsea. I don't know that's in relationship. Oh, people saying QPR is Chelsea. All right, okay.
QPR being Chelsea. Can someone explain to me why there's some rivalries that don't make sense geographically? Crystal Palace and Brighton.
Croydon's miles away from London, by the way.
It's still in London.
It is, but also it'll take you an hour.
It's very far from the centre, yes.
It's taking you an hour to get there.
But it's not anywhere near Brighton, though, is it?
It might be as close, maybe. Is it because they're both bird-based clubs?
I don't know. What is
Eagles and Seagulls, Ronnie?
Nah, so what's geographically, why is Crystal Palace and Brighton a rivalry and a derby?
South of London.
Shouldn't Brighton's rivals be Southampton?
No, because that's way far away.
Or is it? No, not Southampton. Somewhere
Who else
on the
on the South Coast around there? So
Eastbourne FC.
Ports, the South End, maybe?
South End.
Where's South End?
Portsmouth.
Do you know where South End is? Palace and Brighton have a history. What's the history, though?
What about Torquay?
I don't know where Torquay is.
Neither do I. I just know it's miles away. Torquay's meant to be somewhere that's just miles away from everywhere. I think Torquay might be... Is it South Wales? South Wales, I believe.
South of the Thames? What, Torquay? Well, that means it can be near Bristol-ish.
My geography's miles off it. It's the way that Bristol's really close to...
Southend's Essex, well, that's nowhere near Brighton then, is it?
Because Bristol's close to South Wales and that as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's right across the river.
So,
or the ocean, I guess.
And obviously Bristol City, Bristol Rovers, I guess. But I think the Palace Brighton one was always one that I was really confused about.
Southend's is Colchester.
Do you know what?
Warren says, does Ronnie seem happier United have been better lately? A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. If we beat Tottenham, even more so. Because then it basically completes that 5-game span. Torquay's in Devon. Okay.
Thriller. Portsmouth is far from Brighton. Lewes would be a rival, and South London. How do you say that? Is it Lewis or Lewes? I've seen it written. I've never heard it said. Because that's the one with a really good women's team, isn't it?
Yes.
But where do their men's team play? Do they have a men's team?
I'm not quite sure.
Is that the only team which has got a men's and a women's first team where the women's first team is like on the pyramid miles ahead of the men's team? Apart from Paddock, actually, because our women's team's like a good few levels above ours.
There'll be different examples.
But aren't they in the Prem? Lewis, aren't they in the Prem then? Or Super League, I guess it's called.
I'm not sure. It's the WSL, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've even got a team in that league, I think, called London City or London Blues or something like that. Yeah. London City. You watch it, but yeah.
So do they have a men's team?
I don't think so. I think off the top of my head, I think it was Japanese owners that wanted to make a team.
And yeah, I've just searched over there. I think it's a split off from the Millwall Lionesses. It's like a breakaway club.
Breakaway club.
Interesting. Protest. Yeah, I was gonna say USA. Adam Kenny says USA women's. That is a very
fucking
good example.
England women.
England women. You know what? All right. So Mr. Thomas also says, "I live in."
They
Torquay.
fucking win stuff, Ronnie.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. He says a guy lives in Torquay. This is what I like about doing XG Files. It doesn't matter how many people watch it. There's always going to be someone that will know the answer to what you're asking. That's what I love about this interactiveness. I know, and it's what are the chances of someone watching that lives in Torquay when we speak about it?
Right, let me get somewhere random as fuck.
That me. So where is Torquay then? So it's in Devon. Where's Devon? You should know. You're the type to do holiday.
It's the bit on the way to Cornwall that you go through on the way to Cornwall. So the bottom left of England.
So it is very, very southern.
Yeah. Okay. It's under Wales.
Okay, fair enough. Because I said that, Tom.
Right, Real. I want Real. Who is from Real?
Real.
Who's tuning in from Real?
Is there anyone watching that lives in Brighton? That could be a different. I think now you're gonna get some people saying, "Yeah, I live in Brighton," and he don't.
Torquay has the famous Fawlty Towers Hotel, or Farty Towers Hotel. Okay.
I think not just being there can tell. What's the okay? Do you know what? Yeah, we talk about Premier League stadiums and that. What is your? Because I think Jay's been to like most of them over the years. What's your favourite away ground that you've ever been to?
Ooh,
in the Premier League.
In terms of what I like about the ground or the best, my favourite.
Yeah, your favourite.
Villa Park.
Villa Park. Is that because United have a really good record there?
Possibly. It's a good old-fashioned stadium, innit? Weird though, loads of steps all over it.
And it's also seen as United's almost second home because of the record that we have there.
Yeah.
Do you know what's crazy?
I don't like Stadium of Light. It annoys me, the shape of it.
Stadium of Light?
Yeah. Because it's kind of like, Google it and look, there's an extra tier that it's not symmetrical. It does me head in.
Yeah, I remember.
Let me see if I can.
Do you know what's funny? Do you know when back in my playing days, we used to play at the end of every season? We used to have a training session on Anfield,
right?
And I remember always being really underwhelmed by the pitch, in the stadium when I was a kid, thinking it was so much like bigger and a lot more like intimidating than it actually was.
Yeah, that annoys me. The way there's like once, and I know Old Trafford's the same. But the way theirs is, like the roof is all one, but inside there's an extra tier on like 3/4 of the side. It's fucking stupid. It annoys. Like every time I've been in there, I've been like, who the fucking hell signed this off?
That'd be something so particular to be annoyed about. It's like, all right, so Adam Casey's Craven Cottage because I'm posh. Craven Cottage looks like one of those stadiums that's a bit.
I've never been because you can't get a ticket for that if you're a United fan because they've got about 9 to give you. Because it's tiny. I've never been to Craven Cottage.
Jay's been.
I went to Upton Park. I haven't been to the Olympic Stadium since they've moved there. I did go to Upton Park. I quite liked Upton Park, to be honest with you. Didn't like leaving it. On top as fuck leaving it.
Oh, is it squashed together? I think Jay said. Yeah, Jay said when you go Stamford Bridge that leaving it as an away fan's weird. Like
all of them gaffs in London are a bit mad.
He says when you leave, you're just automatically right in the middle of Chelsea fans. Apparently,
every ground in London that I've been to is a bit mad leaving it because like Arsenal is mad when you leave it. Emirates is mad. It's like it feels like the size of Wembley, like just huge. You know what I mean?
Huge, very posh. All right, I remember a couple of seasons ago. I went to Luton away. Went to Luton versus Chelsea away. And leaving that's weird, obviously.
Yeah, because it's a terrace street.
It's a terrace street. You come out the back and you're in basically.
You go through people's gardens and shit.
Yeah, what people's someone's back garden. Do you reckon they get compensation for that?
No, I reckon you don't buy a house near a football stadium, and then complain about it.
What if you had a house before it was developed?
You're no longer alive, so don't worry about it. Janine's got some relatives who've got a pub. The pub has been there since 1780, right? So only about 245 years, right? The amount of people who just move in and then be like, hey, do you think you could turn down the whole being a pub thing? Like, you dickhead. You moved next door to a pub? How are you kicking off about a pub being there when you fucking chose to buy a house next to a pub? You dickhead.
I hear that. So they come around saying, turn on the noise, vibe. Yeah, I can't do that.
Come round last night at like 11 o'clock. Loads of people made noise when they left the pub. Did they?
You moved next to a pub?
Yeah, imagine that, eh? At 11 o'clock, people made noise when they left the pub.
I'm petty, me. I'd make more noise.
Set up a drum kit outside your house.
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking dicks.
Listen. Oh, by the way, Deck, what's the update on the on this thumbnail? Because I know I can't wait to see it. He's probably gone then. He's probably not gonna.
Has Steve said who hears from Rio? No. Aviva in Dublin is missing a section too. Yeah, it's a nice stadium that though, the Aviva. Etihad annoys me. Like, what the hell are those shock up looking things around us as pillars? That's to keep the roof up, I think. I think the roof is You say United's not symmetrical. It is from the middle of the pitch though. Like, at least both sides are the same. From like the halfway line round, it's the same. Obviously, one side is bigger than the other if you're in the Stretford end or whatever, but this one's like literally like, look at it, you'll understand what I mean. It's fucking stupid.
What about those grounds that have like, they're basically sectioned off? Do you know where the corners of the ground are like almost open? So it's
Quite
almost
like the Britannia, quite like that.
Yeah.
It's old school, isn't it?
Apparently, it makes the stadiums very breezy, very cold during the winter months, though. And obviously, if it rains, it's a bit peak. Boundary, obviously, going League to it, Boundary Park, Oldham. Yeah,
I remember that back in the day. Yeah, I haven't been there for a minute. Well, fucking hell, where we play at Hyde, yeah, it's fucking cold.
Yeah, because especially
it's not like there's 70,000 people in there giving us a bit of body heat neither. We get what? We get about 80. It's fucking cold. Well, we had some fucking cold games there last year, honestly. But I'd rather be in that than a fucking park somewhere.
Freezing. Masha says, your knowledge of UK geography is embarrassing. I always find comments like that hilarious, you know. Like, people just assume that. You know,
not assuming, you almost demonstrated how bad it is.
But it's average at best. It's just that
it's probably above average, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably above average, but people just have this weird.
He doesn't know way around fucking town, Ronnie.
Yeah, no, like, but this is what people like. It's on Twitter, it's on YouTube comments as well. So like, you could know like 8 random locations, and you get one location madly wrong, and everyone goes, "Fucking hell, you don't know anything, you." Your knowledge of geography is embarrassing. Yeah, sorry, I'm not a geographist. It's not even. That's not the word, but even still.
A fool named Huggy said, I used to watch Norfolk Victoria away, and they've some I've been to some non-league grounds. There's some great ones. There's some absolutely great non-league grounds, just in terms of the character of them. And that's why I almost hate the concrete bowl sort of like everything's the same glass concrete fucking nonsense with the new stadiums. Have a bit of character.
Yeah, do you think that's been a bit of an issue? Because you know, like the likes of Upton Park go in, and Craven Cottage will probably be different. Isn't Stamford Bridge going to be a thing in the past soon as well?
Not sure.
Obviously United probably getting a new stadium. Do you think these new modern stadiums that are happening, especially went from Highbury to Emirates, do you think it's lost a little bit that kind of old school traditional vibe about it?
Yeah, but not just in like football stadiums.
Yeah,
I think in society in general. Look at all the new buildings that are being built. They're just concrete and glass. Like, you know, we're on a pretty cool street here. That building over the road from us, it's like mad ornate red brick, isn't it? Have you ever looked up at that building? Like that one right there? When you leave in a bit, look at just look up at that building. It's fucking beautiful. And you think some of the buildings that have been made, stone buildings especially, they're fucking sensational, and they last hundreds and hundreds of years. And you think, what's going to be left of the Beetham Tower in 100 years? They're going to have to pull it down.
So you think England's going to be almost like Dubai-ified?
Yeah. And
everything becomes novelty.
Skyscrapers probably do have to have like an element of the things that they're made out of. But like, why are homes constructed in the way they are now with like planned obsolescence in them, and not like, you look at the homes from 150 years ago or something like that, made out of stone. They don't fucking age. They just look great right now. Like fucking sound right now. And you just think, I wouldn't even know. I know loads of bricklayers. I wouldn't even know where to get someone that was a stonemason to be able to do that sort of shit right now.
But as you're saying, there's obviously a reason why that isn't the modern way of doing things.
Cost.
Because what are you going to do? You're going to storm an architect conference, the next one that happens.
Yeah.
And go.
So stop being dickheads and building everything out of cheap brick, you fucking slags.
Both my neighbours were architects. They moved about a few months ago. And I remember they talked about it the same way, like, you being in media for so long, say you're watching documentaries or anything like that, you might watch it in a bit of a different way than a regular person, just because you've been like programmed. Like, you start talking about things being overexposed and stuff where known people aren't going to mention it. That, he says, being an architect, it kind of messes with you when you just go into buildings and that. Like when you walk inside, like the Arndale, you start looking up and thinking, that's kind of, do you know what I mean? Or just in rooms, kind of talking about it.
I love old buildings and shit. There's an energy to them. I mean, I hate fucking new build stuff. It's fucking wank. They don't have energy. They don't have soul.
Do you know what you sound like?
I know. I don't know exactly what I sound like. I don't care.
You sound like a boomer.
I am a boomer, probably. Whatever the next version of that is.
Steve.
I might be.
How old are you?
I'm 41.
41. Too young to be a boomer.
I am 42 next month.
That's not old enough to be a boomer, though.
No, but I'm ready to embrace it and everything that comes with it. I fucking love being miserable at times, you know. Having a good complaint makes me happy in a weird, ironic kind of way.
You know what I mean? You're sounding like how people think I must be. Do you know what I mean? I actually don't enjoy being miserable. I just am half the time.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
That is
right,
true.
anyway. Am I Gen X or millennial? 1983 I was born. I think I straddle a little bit of both, in a way. Okay. Also, if you need a good stonemason, give me a shout. I work for the National Trust for a while. See, there you go. He says, modern houses have a 45-year life design. See, the house I live in right now was built in 1860, I think, something like that. It's made of stone. Like, my walls are about fucking a foot thick, or whatever that is, 1.5 foot thick.
So then they'll have to be rebuilt. Obviously, they don't have the same longevity, and then in 45, 50 years, they'll have to be...
Yeah, they'll rebuild them again.
Rebuilt or renovated.
Yeah, but like, you can see that it just the brick looks cheap. I can't explain it. It's like an inauthenticity to it. When you see stuff built out of stone, it's got energy to it. Or at least that's me anyway.
Alright, I'm gonna Google after this. I want to find out what countries have the most kind of in terms like per capita stone houses left. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, interesting that. J. Joe's adopted son Benjamin says, Steve, ever been to the Airborne and commemoration in Holland? We honour the heroes of Operation Market Garden. It's near Arnhem in my hometown. The oldest UK veteran was 103, I believe, or the paddock. No, I really wanted to go. So that's September usually, isn't it? That Arnhem and Market Garden gets commemorated. No, I wanted to go last year, but because I did D-Day, last year. Obviously, Market Garden was 1944 as well. The 80th anniversary of it was last year, 2024, as it was for D-Day, last year, 80th anniversary. And I couldn't do both. I was the army invited me to go to Arnhem, and there was a parade there that they wanted me to attend, but I couldn't do both. So I did D-Day, which I was fucking really glad that I did. And the reason I was invited, and the reason they said it's the last one that the army's really supporting en masse. After 80 years, like maybe the 90th or the 100th, they do something big there for it. But like that was the last one that they're going to send like loads and loads of troops to. So I'm glad that I got to go and do it. But yeah, Arnhem's absolutely something that I really want to do. There is something called the Nijmegen March, which is, I believe, 100 mile.
Yep.
And quite a lot of people from my old unit used to go and do that 100-mile march, and it covers a load of the bridges that Operation Market Garden... So for those who aren't aware, Market Garden was, I think, 10 bridges in Holland that had to be taken so we could have a push into Germany to end the war. We took 9 of them. The final bridge was Arnhem. British landed 10,000 troops there and we lost 8,000. It was a fucking bad day at the office. We basically landed an airborne unit onto a fucking stronghold of tanks and got twatted. But it was the last bridge, hence a bridge too far. So yeah, there's a big commemoration there, but the Nijmegen March is basically I think it's from Nijmegen to Arnhem, forgive me if I got that wrong. And basically it's 100 mile and people march that in about 4 days. So you basically do a marathon a day with weight. To get to it. It's good stuff. And people should remember that. Vitesse Arnhem, I believe, have like a TIFO every single year commemorating it. That's fucking mega looking. So shout out to Vitesse Arnhem. That should be that should be my foreign team that I support, actually, for that reason.
Yep. Definitely would make a lot of sense. Do you know what? I don't know if it's a play on words, whether there's some sort of law behind it, but apparently the country with the most stone houses per capita is Estonia, according to Adam Kenny.
Could be blagging it there.
Definitely could be blagging it, because it sounds out Estonia.
I'm millennial, says Notch.
Yeah, exactly.
And Notch knows all. Righty. We'll see you lot in the next one. I'm going to do a Q&A for tomorrow's morning walk, unless Liverpool get twatted, and there's only one thing we're talking about. So head over to Instagram for that, and I'll catch you lot in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.